Here in downtown Oklahoma City at the Chesapeake Arena here for the Healing in the Heartland benefit concert.
Yes, this is KJKE Newcastle, Oklahoma City, and we are backstage exclusive pass with some of these guys who are a part of this show. One in particular, who I think is going to raise a lot of money by shaking it.
Oh, we're going to try
yes,
to...
please shake it.
Yeah, well... You know, I'm going to keep the shaking, kind of
to a minimal,
tastefully for this.
Tastefully.
You know, what's interesting about today is, you get in here and you're in the vibe backstage. Everybody's happy to see each other.
Yeah.
We're all so excited, and it's a tough emotion because, you want to have fun with all this, and then you tell yourself, this is for something. This is to obviously help people heal, and it's something for so tragic. So. You want to try to make sure you have fun, but then keep everybody in your mind, and do things with that on your heart and your mind. But bottom line is we're as a country music community and as a music community, when you in general, I mean, we're just glad to be here and glad to help. And I told I'm sharing a dressing room with Vince Gill. And Vince was like, "Thank you for being here." To obviously being an Oklahoma guy, and I was like, "Well, Vince, I'm a Georgia boy, and something bad happens in Georgia." I said, "I know a lot of Okies that come running
We'd
too."
be there.
So,
sure.
So that's what today is all about, and we're just excited to hopefully. Let the people in the room and the people watching at home just maybe put a smile on their face and kick off the process of healing like they can and rebuilding.
It's a good idea. Of course, I didn't say your name at the beginning, but who needs to? We recognize your voice and the dancing. Of course, we were talking about earlier. Luke Bryan is joining us here.
I guess we did forget that part.
And beautiful in person. Just have to throw that out. Just have to throw that out there.
You feeling it?
I'm feeling the relief here.
I hear you.
She's being relieved, that's for sure. So what can we expect tonight? I mean, like you said, it's a situation of where, you enjoy the fact that this is for a benefit, but it's time to kind of relax.
We're going to do Crash My Party on the show. I've never really had like a real reverent song that would really work perfectly for tonight. Sure. And so we told ourselves we knew everyone was going to be doing that. And when you look at like House That Built Me and songs like that, they're just going to be amazing songs for the moment in the show. And I said, well, I'll get out there and just kind of have fun with my song and let people sing along, and obviously let people know that, they're certainly in my heart and in this whole community and area.
It's good.
And I think playing a song like that kind of keeps it a little more upbeat, so it's not something that's always tugging at your heart.
Blake would probably be, would he be your closest connection as a buddy to someone who you'd say is affected by this and the Oklahomans involved?
Well, yeah, I mean, the amazing thing about the country music community is, we all, it's almost, you just know where everybody's from being in this community, and you immediately think about, I immediately thought about Blake and his family.
When you heard the news.
And then when I run into Vince, I was like, is your family okay? And then Ryan Tedder's here. Yeah. And Ryan grew up in Tulsa and has a lot of ties around this area. So, you just, I'm just excited to obviously be a part of the night. And Blake, Blake is such a dear friend of mine.
Yeah.
And with hosting the ACM.
Great job, by the way.
He guided me through that, so I certainly had to come out here and be a part of this.
You relied on him for guidance during that show. Is that how that worked out?
Yeah, that's where my life was at that time.
Yeah.
When you're relying on Blake Shelton for guidance, and
help you. Somebody help Luke.
Good luck.
Exactly.
Well, I know personally, we certainly appreciate you coming out here, even knowing that you're not from Oklahoma, or that even if you didn't have ties to Oklahoma, just knowing that other people from surrounding states and in the country music community are stepping forward to help us out. There's just an appreciation that we can't even really get across.
The state of Oklahoma is such an amazing country music market. I've been in this, I've been in the Chesapeake Energy Arena for, probably 4 years straight now. And, we all, as artists, we always love coming to this area, and you just know that they're wonderful country music fans out there. So, and when you when you hear of, like I said, the situation with the tornadoes and more and all that, you immediately think about, when you get to travel this country, you kind of know every state, and you know how these people are, because you watch them have fun at your concerts, and you
interact with them directly.
Yeah, you have a real deep relationship with them, and so it's really so there is a serious emotional connection when you turn on the TV and you see a place in an area that you've been to suffering. So least I could do to be.
If you could tell one of the victims, one of the people devastated by this, anything at this point, because they're listening. I mean, they're directly a part of our listening area. What would you?
Well, I would say, it's tough for me to say what they're going through. I've dealt with some pretty amazingly tragic things in my life, and what you have to remember is that, ultimately God did have a plan, and God can see you through it, and stay strong in your faith, and really cherish the moments, and obviously the material things become so secondary.
Sure.
That's
but
right.
understand that we're this country and this state and people are with you, and we're praying for everybody.